Why do I keep on winning my games but my rank doesn't seem to change no matter what? And why is Oracle the worst rank in the game? That and much more will be answered in this video. What's up friends, this is Metro. I've been playing high level Deadlock for over a year and today we're gonna talk all about ranks, why you're stuck in one and the best way to rank up. So first and foremost, how do I even see my rank? Some people don't even know there's ranked in this game. It's very simple. There's an options menu. All you have to do is go into the first page of options and show average team rating after the match. After that, you should be able to click on your profile and then click on your skill rating. And it's going to show you your skill rating right here. And if you click on the info box, you will see all the ranks that are possible in the game. Now, if you're completely new or you haven't played enough games, it might also show a rank called Obscurus. Obscurus just means you don't have enough games played for the matchmaker to determine what rank you should be. But assuming you're watching this video, you recently came back to Deadlock or you're playing Deadlock for the first time, so I would assume you probably are Initiate or somewhere in the middle ranks if you are coming back. And that is completely normal, by the way, right? Don't feel bad if you're Initiate. If you look at the overall distribution of the ranks right now, there's a website called StatLocker. And as you can see, literally a majority of new players is stuck in the lowest rank, Initiate 1, right? Otherwise, there's a normal distribution. The medium rank right now seems to be around Ritualist. Sometimes it's around Emissary or Archon. My point is, if you're new, you should not feel bad about being stuck in the lowest rank because it's going to place you there. Because the game wants you to put against other new players, right? Otherwise, you're not going to have a fun experience if you end up in your first game playing against, a team that has played the game for a long time. You're gonna have a pretty bad time. So this is pretty normal. The main question I'm getting is, I come from Overwatch, I come from Marvel Rivals or whatever game you're coming from, and I play a lot and I'm winning and it seems like I can't climb. And there's a pretty simple explanation for this, and we'll get right into it. The way ranking in this game works is it's not like Marvel Rivals, and it's not really like Overwatch either. Your rank is simply determined on your win-loss ratio. Nothing else matters. I know in Marvel Rivals it works that way where you climb pretty easily at first, right, in the lower ranks, and then it gets harder and harder to climb. If you play enough games in the first few ranks, you will climb. In Deadlock, it works differently. In Deadlock, the rank will literally not change if you're not winning more games than losing games. Which brings me to my next point. Stuff like KD in the game doesn't matter at all. Stuff like damage dealt to players doesn't matter at all. And stuff like objective damage doesn't matter at all either. This used to be the case like a while ago, and they changed this because people abused it, right? People would put perma damage on walkers to get rank. People would perma damage players without actually thinking about their lives, right? And if KD mattered, then people would play even more scared than they are playing now. You just have to win more games than you lose. And I know this sucks in a team game because, you can't control your teammates and some games are just not winnable in any rank. And I get that. There's another issue coming in now. The longer you play the game, the more games you have, the more the game will determine that the rank you are at right now, if you're going like 50-50, is more certain. If you're completely new and you keep on winning more than losing, you will climb very easily. But most of you will probably have been stuck in, the Initiate rank or a lower rank for a while. And when you very first start playing, it's very likely you go like 50-50, right? And the longer you go like 50-50, so 50% wins and 50% losses around that, the more the game will be certain of that rank and the harder it will be to climb out of that rank. So the only way to really break out of that rank is to win a lot more than losing. But there's another trick you can do. That is called win streaks. Win streaks do exist in this game. We don't know the actual number, by the way, because, we don't know the algorithm one-to-one. This is just from experience from my games and other players. But the more you win, every win is going to give you more and more rating. Which means, even if you're stuck in Initiate 1, if you end up winning like 4 or 5 games in a row, you will start gaining a lot more rating because the matchmaker is going to be like, wait, I thought this guy was an Initiate player, but now he's winning a lot in a row, so let me adjust the rank faster, okay? So the easiest way to climb is going on a big win streak, and obviously there's a lot of luck involved. But my point really is, as long as you are winning more than losing, you will eventually climb. Now, I know that Deadlock has long games. It really feels like a chore for some people to, play more and more and don't see their rank change. I guess this is more a psychological thing. What I can really encourage you to do is play the game without minding about the rank. I know that's not the answer that you want to hear, but once you play the game and you're not fully focused on ranking up, you will learn and learn more And suddenly, you're gonna, look back a few weeks later and suddenly you'll be a lot higher rank. Because it does not take that much to get out of the bottom ranks, okay? I'm saying Initiate Seeker. My point really is, you just gotta keep on grinding, okay? As much as it sucks. And I really want to reiterate here, do not be ashamed or feel bad because you're stuck in Initiate for a while. You have to understand, most new players are in that rank right now. And the people that occupy higher ranks, especially like Arcanist, Ritualist, Emissary and up, they have played the game for hundreds of hours, right? Because we just had a big influx of players, but there's also a lot of players that have played the game for a while or just came back. And those players are obviously going to be more advanced than you. Another question I always get is, how long is it going to take me to rank up? And that is really a player-to-player basis kind of thing, right? If you're a fast learner, or you played other MOBAs before, or you played other shooters before, it should be easier for you. Whereas if you never played those types of games, it's going to be pretty tough for you to climb, or it's going to probably take you longer on average. But there's really no recipe or prediction for how fast you're going to climb. All I can tell you is, as long as you're working on improving your own gameplay, and you're learning the game, you will climb eventually, right? The game is designed in a way, mathematically, to where the middle rank, again, right now is around Ritualist or Emissary, okay? What that really means is, as long as you become an average player, you will climb multiple ranks, right? You will climb a lot of ranks over the span of your Deadlock career. I think it should be a bit easier to climb out of the very low ranks early on, and I'm sure they're going to do something about it eventually, right? Because, I mean, the game is still in alpha, and I think in the end they just want to create like fair matches for everyone. Also, there's a thing called hero-based rating, which also kind of affects in which lobbies you get and how fast you climb. So the game considers if you play a completely new character for you that you have never played, or the first few games you play on a new character, the game considers you lower ranked than you actually are, right? Makes sense because you're learning the character, so it will put you against lower players on average, which also means you can kind of abuse that system and pick those characters if you're confident with them and get the wins that way against lower ranked players and climb, right? Now, this is abusable. I'm not saying you should do it, but that's what some players do to climb. As long as they have the basics down of the game, they will win more than they lose, and it's going to be easier for them to climb. Whereas if you only play one hero or like 3 heroes, right, the game is going to be, again, as I explained earlier, very certain about your rank, and it's going to take you a bit more to climb out of that rank. Another rank I always get is, what rank is actually good? Good is really like, a loose term, okay? I'll say this. This game is very young, and people in all ranks up to Eternus, including myself, are not playing the game perfectly in any way, right? Like, if we look back in a year from now, the game is going to look so much different because people will have gotten so much better. That right now is really the best way or the best time to jump in and get better, right? And if you look back at Deadlock a year ago, I was Eternus back then, but if I played like that now, I would be like Emissary or Archon, right? That's how much the skill gap has changed, right? Like, the Eternus players from a year ago would have trouble like getting out of Oracle. So don't let that be in discouragement, right? Like, some people learn very fast, some people take longer to learn. My point is, you have to understand that all the way up to Phantom, Ascendant, people still make very basic mistakes. Of course, people get better with the rank. I really don't feel like there's a very big difference between, like, let's say Seeker or Arcanist. So as long as you work on your own gameplay, and as long as you get better, you will climb. And I promise you that. Now, short sellout here. I have guides covering everything so far, from lane to macro to specific heroes, and I'll add more and more over time because I really want to like make a library of videos that new players and returning players can come back to, that are like evergreen, and learn everything. So if you want to learn about specific parts of the game, I'll link all of those guides below. And if you're watching this video when it just came out, new guide is going to be out like in a few days, which is going to go all over roles in Deadlock. It's going to go into every single hero and how to play them, okay? And that's going to be a very long one, and I think a very informative one. That's about it. I know it wasn't the longest video. I think I have everything about covered. To reiterate, win a lot. Win streaks help, okay? If you get lucky and you get on a win streak, try to keep on winning. Like, really, if you have like a 3-win streak, try to lock in and win that next game and that next game. And that's going to give you a big boost to your rating. And over time, you will climb. I know it seems buggy right now for a lot of people because most people are used to something like Rivals or Overwatch, where the first few ranks are really easy to climb out of. But again, just by the nature of the game and the way the matchmaking works right now, it is harder at first in Deadlock. But once you get the hang of it, it will be just as easy, if not easier, as in the other games. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you hopefully by tomorrow. Bye bye, fans.